Hey, what is up Digifams? Lobomon for Game here, back at it again with another video featuring Shinegreymon Security versus Titamon Lilithloop. So we're going to go ahead and start things off with the opponent on the left side. He's going to go ahead and Digivolve his Raising into a Salamon. And I'm not too sure if he wanted to go and Digivolve for a cost 2 or 1, but he's actually just going to go ahead and pass turn, passing the opponent to 3 memory. Now, assuming that he doesn't have a rookie in hand, he should have already Digivolved into it. But even with that extra draw, it looks like he riffed it. He's just going to go ahead and pass the opponent back to 1 by playing Manoa. Now it's the opponent's turn. He's going to go ahead and hard drop a level 4 cost 4, passing back 3 memory since Manoa is going to reset him back to 3. Now the opponent on the right actually draws into his rookie and Digivolves into his Raising. Then he's going to go ahead and hard drop the Ginkakumon, putting the opponent back to 2. And now the opponent on the left is going to go ahead and play the Reinforced Memory Boost. Top 2 checking, adding the Kari to security and putting the TK back to hand. Now it's the opponent's turn on the right and he has 4 memories to work with. He's going to go ahead and play the Purple Memory Boost, top 4 checking. Believe he's going to go ahead and add the Promote. Bottom decking the remaining cards. Unfortunately, one of them is Jackraid and Lilithmon. So unfortunately, he won't be able to go ahead and do the loop anytime soon. He's going to go ahead and swing a Ginkakumon into security because he knows what it is, which won't trade off. It's just going to be a Kari hitting the board. And by ending turn, he's going to go ahead and Digivolve in his Raising with a Promote. Now the opponent's going to go ahead and swing out his Digimon to the opponent's Digimon, that way they can both trade off since they're 5k. Then he hard plays the TK, adding the Bushi Agu to hand, recovering +1 since it's a yellow card. Passing the opponent back to 3 again since it's Manoa that will reset him. Promotes his Promote. And thinking what he wanted to do next, I'm not too sure if he wanted to go and Digivolve or hard play another Tamer, but he's going to go ahead and Digivolve into Rebellion. Rebellion's going to go ahead and allow him to trash a card from his hand. Going to go ahead and trash Immon. Then afterwards, he's going to go ahead and decide to swing into his security. And it's going to go ahead and live since the Digimon from security was only 5k. And the opponent's Digimon on the right is going to go ahead and activate the triggers, which is Gabumon's effect when attacking to draw 1 and then trash 1. Then he's going to go ahead and pass him 3 memory by playing another Gabumon on the board. The opponent on the left is going to go ahead and play a cost 2 TK. And not too sure what he can really do from here. But he's going to go ahead and activate the delay boost to give him 3 extra memory. Then playing Wyvern's Breath to go ahead and kill off Rebellion, passing the opponent back to 4. Since the opponent's Digimon that's on the right got deleted, it's going to go ahead and resolve all of its ESS triggers, which is the draw 1, discard 1. Now he's going to go ahead and Digivolve in his Raising with an Itmon. Luckily he didn't with the rookie again. And then from there he's going to go ahead and activate another Purple Memory Boost, top 4 check. Deciding what he wants to go and pick since he has 3 good choices over here. But he's going to go ahead and add the Biomon if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and add the Biomon, reorganizing the 3 back to the bottom. Now he's debating if he wants to go ahead and Digivolve his Raising, but he's actually just going to go ahead and swing with Gabumon first. He hits another TK. TK is going to go ahead and grab Kari. And then because it's a yellow card, it recovers +1 again. So the opponent on the left is actually plussing on his turn right now. And looking at the opponent's hand on the right side, not too sure what he can do, but he's going to activate the Memory Boost delay to give him the extra 2 memory. Digivolves into his blocker in his Raising and then goes into a Black Wall Grammon. That way it's ready for next turn. And now it's the opponent's turn on the left side. Since he has TK and Kari, it's going to reset him back to 4 memory. Then he's going to promote and swing with Salmon into his Gabumon, trading to resolve triggers, and because he has 3 of 3 security, he also gains that security +1. I'm sorry, recovery +1. Then dropping it all the way back down to 3, he's just going to slap the Reinforced Memory Boost again on the board, top 2 checking. I'm pretty sure he's going to go ahead and add the Tamer to his security and add that Digimon back to hand. Yep, that's pretty much it, that's all he's going to do. Now it's the opponent's turn on the right, he's going to promote his Black Wall Grammon. He's going to go ahead and activate the Digiburst to Digiburst 3, that way he can go ahead and revive one of his Digimons from the trash, which should be the... oh no, he actually just brings out the Gabumon instead, which is not bad. That's still another Digimon on board. I take that any day over any misses. He's going to go ahead and activate the delay, putting him to 5. Then he's going to Digivolve into a Titamon, putting him to 1. Now resolving Titamon's effect, he's going to go ahead and trash a card. Not too sure which one he's going to trash. Looks like a Lady Devimon. Then he's going to revive back his level 4 blocker. Since he did that, he's going to go ahead and get 2 checks. And Black Wall Gamma's going to go ahead and delete the Gabumon to go ahead and restand. swings for another 2, and that's pretty scary from there because that's 4 checks already out in 1 turn, and he hits the Wyvern's Breath on the 4th check, which is not bad. It does delete Titamon, but Titamon did its job already to go ahead and clear 4 checks. And then to end turn, he's gonna go ahead and just play the Gazimon for cost 3. But because the opponent on the left has TK and the Kari and then the yellow dual tamer, it's gonna reset his memory back to 6. And because that Ankylomon came out from his security, he's gonna go ahead and Digivolve over it with a Rise Greymon. Rise Greymon's effect will kick in to go ahead and play a tamer for free without its effects activating. And now, here comes Shinegreymon, and this is where his deck shines because now all his tamers will be suspended to go ahead and give minus 4k to whichever Digimon he chooses, and because he has so many tamers, it's going to actually delete both of his Digimons on the board. Then Shinegreymon is actually able to swing for 2 securities from here, but because he had to Digivolve over it, he has to pass turn. The opponent's going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Gabumon and is raising. Then really thinking what he wanted to do next over here, he does have the option to hard play or Digivolve or play another tamer. It looks like he does have the Kinkakumon, but he's actually going to go ahead and play the Takumi first and then going to go ahead and Digivolve into his raising with a Kinkakumon. The opponent's going to go ahead and reset his memory back to 8 if I'm not mistaken, because of all of those tamers. Man, power of tamer support or tamer heavy decks. He's going to go ahead and promote his Bushiagu. Then he's going to swing with his Shinegreymon, just double checking his hand first before anything else. I think he wants to go ahead and play something else actually. Double checking his memory. Oh, okay, so he's going to hard play another level 4 cost 4. Then he's going to go ahead and swing with Shinegray. Because he has 3 or more tamers, he's going to go ahead and get the ESS from Shinegreymon, or from Rise Greymon, I'm sorry. And then get the double check. And the second check is an option card, which is the MDF. That's going to go ahead and add to hand. Man, we're seeing Reinforced Memory Boost. We're seeing MDF. Reinforced is going to actually be limited to 1, and MDF is going to be banned soon. So we're kind of sad about that. Opponent's going to go ahead and swing with Bushi to chip off another security. And they both trade off. I mean, Bushi's only 3k or 5k. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and do that. Down to 2 security versus the opponent on the left, which is only 1 security check left. He's going to play the Reinforced Memory Boost, putting him to 0. Now he double checks 2 Digimons, but of course I would add that Salamon. Yep. And then I believe he's going to go ahead and play another Reinforce. Man, that's crazy, putting him to 6. And there's the Wyvern's Breath and the Lucemon for extra recovery next turn. Man, that second Reinforced Memory Boost was a solid check. Gets to add a recovery to his hand and also has a deletion in his security. That's pretty scary. The opponent's going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Promote for a cost of 1, since Promote allows it to do that actually. And then he's going to go and tap Takumi to get the extra draw to see if he can get any of his combo pieces. He is at 5 memory to work with, so it looks possible. And then really thinking what he wanted to do next, filtering his hand, making sure that if there's a way out of this. Just because he's lethal next turn, because Shinegreymon still has that 2 checks due to the ESS of Rise Greymon, and he has another Digimon on board. He's going to swing with a Promote in his security. Promote's going to trade off and die. Then going through his trash, seeing what he can do from here again. And I'm not too sure. I mean, like, I would love to play purple and I would love to try and pilot this deck, but honestly, it's not my playstyle. But I give props to those who try to play purple or Lilith Loop in general, just because it's a very combo heavy deck. Oh, and here I'm not too sure what happened. It looks like they didn't catch this, but there was a misplay. He didn't have purple and he was playing the purple option, so that's a slight misplay on the opponent on the right side, but that's okay. We're all friends over here. Nothing too crazy about it. I mean, if we were fighting for over a grand or like 5 grand, then sure, why not, right? We'll call each other out. But yeah, we're all friends here. No worries. He's gonna go ahead and swing with his Promote, chipping off that other security, and from there it looks like there's nothing much he can do from here, but he's gonna go ahead and just hard play a Digimon on the board, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to be able to actually go and have a blocker on the board so he can survive for the next turn. Oh, he actually plays a Jackraid, another purple option that he wasn't allowed to play just yet. Then he goes for the double rookies on the board. And I think that's gonna be game for game 1 actually, because even though he has those Digimons on the board, unless there's a trump sword in his security, that Shinegreymon gonna go ahead and swing for 2 checks. Gonna go ahead and delete on attack. And from there, yep, there's a double swing and swing open for game. Yeah, so yeah, we'll head to round 2. And pretty much the opponent on the right's gonna go ahead and choose the opponent on the left to go first again. He's gonna go ahead and start off strong by hatching his Digitama and Digivolving into a Bushi Agu, then goes into a cost 2, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong again, guys. I'm sorry, I do not know the name for this one. I should study these names. But yeah, passing the opponent with 2 memory. The opponent on right's gonna go ahead and not whiff the rookie, and he went ahead and Digivolves into his Gabumon. However, I caught a glimpse of his hand and it doesn't look that great right now. Looks like he's gonna be having a hard time this round. Yep, he actually just goes for the hard play cost 12 Titamon, putting the opponent all the way to 10 memory, maximizing the value with what the opponent on the left wants to go ahead and do. He's gonna go ahead and promote, and he plays his TK, putting him to 6. Deciding what he wants to grab, he grabs a TK cost 2, and because it's yellow, recovery +1. Then he's gonna go ahead and Digivolve into a Rise Greymon. Rise Greymon's gonna activate, going to drop that for free, then drops another cost 2 TK, then Digivolves into Shinegreymon to go ahead and delete the Titamon, because that's a perfect play by putting 3 Tamers on the board to go ahead and do minus 12k DP to Titamon. The opponent on the right is going to go ahead and promote his Gabumon. He plays the TK, then Digivolves into the Ogremon, and then procs off Takumi to go ahead and draw another card. And I believe it passes back 1 memory to the opponent. I'm not too sure where the opponent on the left went. I guess he had to take an important phone call. But he's going to go ahead and reset back to 3 with TK. He hatches, Digivolves. Gonna go ahead and Digivolve into Salamon, draws into Akari, then Shinegreymon gonna go ahead and attempt to swing into security for 2 checks since he has 3 Tamers on the board, and he hits into an Underworld's Call, but there's no target, so that doesn't activate, or it misses. Then hits the second check, which is just a Gabumon. He's gonna play Reinforced Memory Boost, top checking 2, he adds the TK to hand and puts the Anklemon back to security since that can activate from security and come onto the board. The opponent on the right is going to go and Digivolve into an Itmon in his Raising. Then from here, he's going to go ahead and think what he wants to do next. I'm not too sure what I would do in this situation depending on the hand that I have as well. But he's going to Digivolve into Lady Devimon. Going to go and proc off Takumi, then does the Lady Devimon's skill to draw to discard 2. Thinking what he wants to go ahead and discard from here. Chooses to go ahead and discard the Lady Devimon. Man, not really much good of targets over here. Then he's gonna go ahead and Digivolve in his Raising into a Ginkakumon, passing the opponent to 2 memory, but TK is gonna go ahead and reset to 3. Now, he's gonna promote his Salamon. Shinegreymon gonna go and swing for 2 checks, swings into 1 more with Salamon. And then he's going to use his memory boost to go ahead and play the Bushi Agumon for game, guys. That's pretty much it. It was pretty tough and unfortunate for the player on the right side to get the game 2 with that kind of hand. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he opened with 3 Jack Raids and 2 Titamons. So his second, drawing into that 1 card, which is a Rook, was actually able to help him cycle. But yep, that was his hand. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Lobomon for Game signing out. Peace.